How do all, Chris Mestry cleaning with the Fylde Coast once again. So welcome to another video. Wanted to do a video today, talk ultimately about a harsh truth that can be a bitter pill to swallow, but as with any medicine, ultimately, you know, in the long run, it will do you some good when it comes to running your business. And as the title of this video would suggest, ultimately, no one cares about you. No one cares about your business. No one cares about the services that you offer, the reasons why you set up the business, etc., and all this sort of stuff. Everybody is concerned ultimately with their own lives. Everybody's got their own dramas going on in life. You know, people are sick, jobs insecurity, you know, money, etc., etc., etc. People ultimately haven't got time to give a rat's ass about you or your business. But in the same vein, it can also be positive in the way that you identify that, in the sense that you know that ultimately, with people being concerned about certain areas of their life, you can tailor your approach to garnering and gathering your ideal customer. I was with on a course with a lady called Cheryl, who we were discussing franchising and, you know, building a franchise for window cleaning, which is something that I'll probably do in the future, but for now it's certainly on the back burner. But during the course of this course there were discussions about having what's called an avatar. It's ultimately your vision of your ideal customer, your ideal client, who you're trying to target. You know, what does this person look like? What is the profile of that customer? What jobs do they do? What kind of salaries do they earn? You know, where do they live? The types of cars that they drive, etc., etc., etc. And also, as part of that, would be problems that these people will likely have. As I've talked about in other videos, just because a person has a pulse does not mean they're your ideal customer. You can save yourself a lot of heartache, a lot of headache. You can save yourself a lot of time, you know, chasing after your ideal customer and ultimately solving their problem. Because while people don't care about you and your business, what they do care about is what you can do for them. What problem can you solve that will make it worth their while to part with their hard-earned money? As with most things, the bigger the problem, the bigger the reward for solving it. If you've got a situation where you can solve one big problem for one customer, you can quite legitimately charge added value for your efforts. On the other hand, if you solve a small problem but for lots and lots of people, that too is also a good way of gathering you know, your ideal customers. And then obviously in our industry, being window cleaning or exterior cleaning, a lot of people that work long hours can't be around to let people into their homes, etc. So, you know, they require a service that is bespoke to their needs. So for example, if you live in a gated community and you're working 60 hours a week, are you going to be able to take time out of work if you don't work from home to let the cleaner in, to let the window cleaners onto your property? Yeah, you know, so, and then there's other additional dramas with this as well, is that it's very hard to get onto some of these gated communities if you don't have the correct insurance, for obvious reasons. So obviously you're now incurring more cost because you've now got these insurances. You are time sensitive because they will probably only want you there from a certain block, okay, of time. They want you in by this time and out by the next. And so you are limited by how many customers you can do that day, but you are effectively unlimited by really how much you charge, providing you add value. So the value for these people would be something like, you know, they'd be thinking to themselves, well, you know, they're insured, they'll turn up when they say they're going to turn up, They're going to offer a hassle-free service. I don't have to supervise them. I can just leave them to it. You know, for some people, that is peace of mind. That peace of mind is ultimately the result of you solving a problem for which you will be rewarded with money, and they will be rewarded with a service to their liking. You run a business so that you have a bit of freedom, and that's fine. But are you missing a trick by ultimately gearing the business too much towards your needs rather than your own customers? Because I'm a believer that if you tailor make your service to fit that profile of customer, it will revolutionize your business. There are window cleaners on the streets that I clean windows for all over the Fylde Coast who turn up when they feel like it. They do not message the customers. They do not offer online payment. They will turn up at random times in the evening to collect payment, and you know, and they are resistant to change. I am not saying one is right or wrong. What I'm saying is if the customer decides what is right and what is wrong. But a common complaint that I hear from new customers coming on is the last window cleaner, we never knew when he was turning up. He would turn up at tea time randomly to collect maybe 3 or 4 cleans. We had no real way of knowing how much we owed and all this sort of stuff, and it didn't fit in with their convenience. And it was rather than solving a problem, it was creating a problem. From pretty early on, I mean, literally from maybe 3 months in, I decided, right, I will text the customer the night before, and I will, you know, I will text them to let them know I'm coming. I will text them to let them know that the windows are done. And back when I started, I didn't have an all singing, all dancing CRM. I had my mobile phone. I used the diary function on my phone, and I would put at the top of the list, I would put the price, I would put the name of the customer, a mobile phone number and an address, and I would literally manually text. I would text one message out, and then I would copy it, and I would paste it, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste, and send it, you know, 20 times a night or 30 times a night, or however many houses I was doing the next day. And I would do that. But I took on that inconvenience to effectively win the customer over. And I didn't even realize I was doing it as such. I was already solving problems. But for me, it was a case of, well, you know, if I let you know that I can let you know that I'm coming the night before. It's not a problem. It's literally, you know, 5 minutes of my time. You know, text, copy paste, copy paste, copy paste for however many customers it is. It's not real. It's not an inconvenience for me. It's not as big an inconvenience for me as turning up to a locked gate and then having to climb over it, risk damaging it, you know, and all this sort of stuff. So it was swings and roundabouts, you know, ask and you shall receive kind of thing. It's the little things you do that separate yourself from other people. I believe that we offer a really, really good service for window cleaning in the areas that we operate. But here's the thing. It's not like I'm doing something that other people couldn't do. But I am definitely doing things that other people are choosing not to do. And in that respect, we separate ourselves from other, you know, businesses that offer the same service as us. Particularly the smaller businesses where the guys go, I'm too busy for that, I'm not doing that. If you treat your business as a business from day one, and you treat it so seriously that you are, you know, you have a system in place, you implement it and all this sort of stuff, then as you get bigger, things get easier. They don't get harder. They get better. They get easier. Certainly in some areas. But yeah, I just wanted to drop that little bombshell. The sun is shining, and yeah, I hope everybody enjoys the content that we put out. If you would like to comment, like, share, and subscribe, it is always welcome. So enjoy the weekend, all. Have a good one. Keep on keeping on. And I'll see you in the next video.